Good morning. And what a night. Woo. It is time to skip the BS. It's time for Undisputed. It's time for Paul Pierce and Keyshawn Johnson and me to dive deep into back-to-back all-time shocking finishes to last night's Game 2s in New York, then in Denver. But we got to start with the Lakers and the Nuggets. Lakers were up 20 with 10 minutes left in the third quarter. They were up 10 going to the fourth quarter. They're up 8 with 6 minutes left. They obviously should have won, and once again, they did not. The Nuggets have now beaten them 10 straight times. Yes, the Nuggets proved once again they are the Lakers' daddies by outscoring them 57-40 in the second half. LeBron came very close to playing an all-time great fourth quarter, finally played the way he's capable of playing after 5 straight epic fails against Denver in fourth quarters of playoff games. But in the bitter end, LeBron was able to get free of KCP so completely that KCP went sliding away from him, leaving LeBron unguarded, wide open for a three that would have won it. Maybe would have changed LeBron's legacy. He had his Michael Jordan moment. He had his push-off of Brian Russell, Game 6 in Utah. He had it. He had it. And he left it just a little short. And it missed. And Jamal Murray, the best clutch closer in the NBA, everything LeBron is not, capped off a 14-point fourth quarter by hitting a fadeaway over the outstretched long arm of the law of Anthony Davis at the buzzer. Game, set, and probably first-round matchup for the Lakers. So, Paul, before we get to you, what do you got on there? Aha! Who's your dad?
T-shirt, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
Something.
Yeah.
Oh, man. If this wasn't a who's your daddy moment game, then I don't know what was. Key, how you feeling this morning, man?
I'm good, man. Don't worry about me. I'm straight.
You get some sleep?
Not really, but I'm good. I'm good. You know you're not going to get no sleep when you're invested in something.
By the way, maybe I should get a Who's Your Daddy shirt to wear against Paul because I'm now up 2 dinners on you. I don't know if you noticed. I don't know if you noticed.
But you had the Lakers in this series, and ultimately the Lakers are not going to win. And I'm going to...
Man, you really went out and made that shirt.
All right, so Paul, how and why did the Nuggets keep coming back to win this instant classic?
Skip, it's the same story each and every game. The Lakers come out hot. They get a lead. They squander the lead. Nuggets come back, and they win. On one hand, the Lakers look like they can beat anybody in the world.
That is true.
They got AD, who's he looked like he was the best player in the world for 3 quarters. And I said this, that on any given night, AD can be the best player in the world, which he was yesterday for 3 quarters. The Lakers just start reverting back to old habits. I mean, second half, they give up the 3, they don't play defense, and they hope that somehow magically that the Denver Nuggets will go away no matter what the lead is. So I'll tell you what happened. Joker was Joker, obviously. And this is what I want to say. AD, the all-defensive finalist, came out yesterday, and he was somewhat pissed off that he wasn't on the list.
I think he was
He was pissed off that he wasn't on the list. Well, we see why now. You had opportunity after opportunity to come up with big stop after big stop, and he couldn't do it. Now, that's not to say he's not a good defender. He's a good defender. He's a really good defender. But when you're playing the best in the world, this is your opportunity to show it. On the other hand, I thought LeBron played the perfect game, actually. You know, on the other nights, he came out aggressive. He had no energy for the fourth quarter. Game 2, he was like, all right, I'm going to let the other guys carry us. If it's close, I'll win it at the end. He preserved some energy, and I was like, that's exactly what they need from LeBron. He needs something left in the tank in the fourth quarter. And in the fourth quarter, he scored 12 points, 2 huge threes. He got an and one. He got another layup, and I was like, all right, the Lakers are going to win this. But on the flip side, I thought Jamal Murray did everything in his power to say, here, Lakers, this is your guys' game tonight. He couldn't make a shot.
Couldn't make a shot.
He was terrible in the pick and roll.
Yeah.
He didn't defend. And then the fourth quarter comes and he just flips the switch. Him and Joker. He comes down, they're down 2, makes a shot. Joker, 3 straight play scores on Anthony Davis one-on-one. One-on-one. They had been playing this guy great all day. Joker had 10 points and 10 rebounds in the first quarter. And I was just like, whoa, this is going to be a big night. Then they slowed him down a little bit. Then he picked it back up in the second half. And now that's just me seeing the Lakers revert back to old habits, which is I thought they had a great game plan for him. They were doubling them, finding other guys, making them beat them, which Jamal Murray couldn't do. KCP couldn't hit a shot. And these guys were all over the place. The only one who kept the Lakers in the game was Michael Porter Jr. He was the only one that kind of like could play last night up until the fourth quarter, third and fourth quarter, when Joker said, all right, it's time, it's enough is enough.
Yeah.
It's time for me to take over the game. And so the Lakers should still be confident. Maybe, you know, there's one thing that will probably give the Lakers confidence. I will say this, even though they've lost 10 straight, 9 with LeBron, they still have some things they can lean on. In 96 minutes, they've been leading 67 minutes of the 90 minutes. 96 minutes they've played.
Yeah.
That's 70% of the time they've had the lead. So, you know, when they go back in today and look at the tape and say, hey, there's still light at the end of the tunnel, although I don't think there's light at the end of the tunnel, being that you've lost 10 straight, Denver's not going to lose 4 to 5 games. I just don't believe it. They've done it once this year, though, so it can happen. But I just think psychologically, they're in the Lakers' head. No matter how big a lead, no matter what the Lakers seem to do. D'Lo played well. You asked, well, is D'Lo going to play well? He played well. What are we getting from LeBron and AD? They did their job. So what's the excuse now? Who's the scapegoat now? This is about as a perfect game of game the Lakers could have played up until the last quarter. They were up double digits going to the fourth, and I just don't see how they get back in this series. I'm just not so sure.
Mr. Laker fan, what you got?
He got nothing today, Skip.
No, I got a lot.
All this
you can go from a lot of different angles.
Today.
Obviously, right, we blew a 20-point lead in the third quarter. We had that. You figured we could carry that into the fourth quarter to some degree. That didn't take place.
No.
You know, AD, for one, got into foul trouble. All right, so that kind of affected the way he played down the stretch in the fourth quarter. He had one shot in the fourth quarter, and he missed it. Obviously, LeBron James did a much better job. As I said, he won't have back-to-back stinkers in the fourth quarter, and he didn't.
You were right about that.
He came to play.
For the most part, you were right.
Oh, God, Skip, come on, stop. D'Lo gave us everything that he could. He shot the ball extremely well. Once upon a time, I think he was 6 or 7 from 3. All right? So he erased that game one.
Yep.
When you look at it, though, Denver shot 23% from 3. But they hit them when they were supposed to. That's the thing.
That's the difference.
That's the big difference. You look at field goal percentage. They were 44% from the field goal percentage, while we were closer to 49%. So in all of the box score, the categories, they either was behind us or slightly in front of us. I don't understand how we got to the fourth quarter and everybody forgot how to play except LeBron. Everybody forgot how to play. Where Murray all of a sudden figured out how to play. When you look at what they scored in the fourth quarter, 20-32, they accounted, between Joker and Murray, they accounted 21 points to the 32 for Denver in the fourth quarter. That should tell us something from a scouting standpoint going into game 3. If we look at game 1, game 2, and back to last year's Western Conference Final, and even some degree this year, when they get into the last 7 minutes of the damn game, those two cannot start to cook. But for whatever reason, we allowed that to happen when we didn't earlier in the game, Skip. You know, and I know you look at the Michael Jordan moment, just like I did with LeBron on the ground. He didn't shove him like MJ, but he got him off of him. So
I think flying. It was a little subtle.
Yeah, but it wasn't a MJ move out the way in front of the world. It was subtle. He lined it up perfectly. I'm sitting there at home saying, oh, he about to knock this blankety blank. And it
didn't come down to that, though.
No, I understand that. It didn't come down to that.
Well, it did. But I mean, if it goes in, we're having a different conversation.
I wanted it to go in, obviously. I wanted it to go in because I just figured it was getting ready to go in. Then, dang, it didn't happen. Now on the defensive end, when Murray gets the ball, they don't call timeout. He pushes it up the court, starts to his left, goes to his right. AD gets on him, and